What up? Hold on, hold on. Stand by for technical difficulties. Chase it, I'm gonna waste it.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. McCarthy going to put it up right away. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards.
How's everybody doing today?
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're the first.
By everybody, I mean the 0 people that are tuned in right now. It's great.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a first carry here.
Let's go! Ah! Put that. Hell of a stand to start.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this kick will be touchdown as they
see, I already know. After that punt, here comes the it's laggy, blah, blah, blah.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with White, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Fields. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Out of the gun, Fields. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Well, that's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Jamison Williams. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over.
Ah, that was dumb.
Get it up to the 43-yard line.
You ever have one of those like reads where it's like a car crash? You know, guys backing up, and yet your body still presses the damn button. That's what I just had there. I saw the linebacker drop, and yet I still was like, I'm gonna throw the RPO.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Green light, I'm gonna shake it. Bye-bye, I'm still.
Throwing is McCarthy.
Damn. All right, I got to give it to him. That was nice.
Almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? You're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
I'm watching the
Yankees game 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Third down from the gun, McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was
your opponent is experiencing network issues.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, feed the dogs.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's brought down just outside the 10
field goal.
at the 11. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Oh my God, he's gonna complain about lag. God, I hate this. Dude, seriously, invest in your freaking internet. Like, I don't know what you're doing, Fedz.
Shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Fields.
Ah, come on, Justin. 95 overall, my ass.
And it's 3rd and 4. You look at this defense for the Vikings. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Fields now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10.
Jesus.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Bro, we really gritting after a 1st down?
Keep alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving,
Gritting
scan
after
the
1st
field.
down. All right.
And
I've
here
seen
he
it all
finds the
now.
open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll try to run this one right up the gut. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten the yard down to the 16.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now McCarthy. That is caught. And he'll get into the end zone.
And he got in?
Minnesota. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon.
I can't lose this game just because I know on the pod after he's going to be saying, I'll be you even with my legs. I'm buffering.
They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Oh, my God.
He's got space. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. Touchdown.
You ready for it? Y'all ready for it?
Jalen Wright.
Boom tech. Oh, my God.
Are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, I got to say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up, but in this case, he didn't really allow it, and really no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is with a double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's still on his feet. Room here to run. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that'll be caught by Sam Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run on 1st down with Wright. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football.
On a regular tackle, he fumbled?
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Wow.
Often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20
Bro, that was a regular wrap-up tackle on these fumbles.
Scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Oh, thank God. Honestly, if you asked me, I thought that was like a legit fumble. Where's the play I'm looking for? There it is. Come on, man.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come on, crash that line.
Corum will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me? Or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
No, old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time
5 rushes, 0 yards.
Interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Drives a new media. And can you hear the sound of the stereo?
Here's McCarthy. And he'll lay out and pull it in.
Are they going to call?
Okay. There. So apparently some grabbing.
They call PI on that. I would get pissed.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
McCarthy off the play fake. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. No gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right? But I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, wherever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher. So sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor. But on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
I often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion.
Let them out?
And
Did you already let them out?
Second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. as they try to run the ball down here, Charles. This is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That is going to be a yard short. Needed 4.
Go for it, buddy. I know you want to. You ain't got to kick that field goal.
Again, this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Oh, it's at the fake. Damn it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
You can't tear me out. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me, baby.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to the Porter.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields.
That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown.
Bow!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
I don't like no whips and chains, and you can tear me down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Until I never turn them off.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Read that like a book.
These guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the second quarter.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. From the gun, here's Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Blake Corum in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. After right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
Let's close this shit out. I ain't even trying to have a close game here in the second half. Crush! Let's crush!
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
You're loving on me, baby.
And they'll go right back to Wright.
See ya.
They find some open field here.
See ya.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
131 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36.
Off play action. Fields
got his man complete over the middle. It's Bush. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Toying with the food
Here's
for too
Fields.
long. Toying with the food for too long. Let's go.
Touchdown Lions.
Bye, Vikes.
A 9-yard touchdown there.
Ain't no Boston Celtics shenanigans happening here. Bye-bye.
Third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
I don't know why I'm coming out in 3-4.
Here
I
the
know
Vikings now
he
to
ain't
start their next drive.
He hasn't ran it well all game. But I'll use it.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. It's a
Best run
6-yard
he's had all
pickup,
day.
and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there.
We're out
He's
of
hoping that
3-4
that's a
now. He
precursor
passes.
of a big second half.
He can run all he
Second
wants.
down and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That ground game contained again there, Charles. And that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game. Make them
oh, my God, get him.
In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Despite the score, despite the deficit,
he can run the rest of the game if he wants to.
Running through arm tackles, he wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
I'll give it to you.
On play action, now McCarthy.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's
best throw we could have made right there. Double cover.
That's some good closing
best throw we could have made.
Because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up.
Nickel the rest of this game. We ain't going no more 3-4.
And broke the play up.
McCarthy
wide open.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. McCarthy.
Give me
He's going
that.
to be intercepted a 3rd time.
It's Brian Branch with it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
So they get nothing on 1st down, just back to the 1. They need some room to operate.
They certainly do, because you know they're going to be aggressive on the defensive side. They're going to come after you. So you practice this in OTAs, you practice this in mini camp, you practice this in preseason camp. 1 1st down gives your punter room. 2 1st downs is what you're seeking to make sure you flip the field a little bit.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From his own end zone, Fields.
He's going to look deep down the field. And this throw will be intercepted.
He's got a full head of steam. The race is on.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a good
still
punt,
down quite a bit here, several scores. But yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception.
Come on, Goldie.
And handed the ball back to their offense. And what
Bro,
you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways.
And he'll get into the end zone.
While he does that, I'm going to take a picture.
From 17 yards out.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Tell me what you want from me.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. St. Brown motioning left.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
On first down, they'll start out with Wright.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
We've called a lot of gains, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
To throw is Fields. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Good shit, Laporta.
Gets him a first down.
Better fight for that yardage.
To create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A give up the middle to right. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. On play action, Fields. He finds his man, complete.
Oh, Bush.
Absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. Touchdown.
Boom.
A big play there. 54 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing is McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air with McCarthy. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Take it off, no way. Come on, man.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Nowhere to go. Here
Let's go.
And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Let's go.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's
And with that kind of
go.
a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
You'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Yeah.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
You work all night, and then you're working and you feel alright, and when things start
here are the Vikings
right,
now to start
right,
their next drive.
Right.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
We will
and even
never
30 yards on the play that began back at the 30.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Looking to throw McCarthy.
Oh, I took out the guy.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Took out my own dude, man.
Touchdown, Vikings.
We lose it by 21. I'm going to do the gritty.
Jefferson with career touchdown number 70. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after here coming up. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in onside.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll work the middle here with Wright. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
I did backspin.
Stats a bit,
Come
but as far
on.
as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going to get.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out and let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
They'll run the toss here with Corum.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football.
Wow.
It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And now before the ball changes,
he missed
take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
I don't want to get too poetic here, but they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
From the gun, a give to Corum.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the
GG's.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their was on fire in this ballgame.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.